This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, it's here. It's the next week. It's Impact. It's April 26th. The build towards the match gets a little messy. You are jumped during the show. You bleed. In the very next segment, Eric Young is beaten up and bloodied. So here we go. You're bleeding. Now Eric Young's bleeding the next segment. Do you think that this lessens the impact, having blood back-to-back here?
You know what? Your first three questions were like basically picking on and doubting TNA in their writing.
It is, but I mean, come on.
What was the question again?
It's just about here, you know, all of a sudden here we are at TV. They knock you out. I mean, they bloody you up, should I say? And then the next segment, they bloody up Eric Young, and it's just kind of like,
in
wow.
TNA's defense, they had a rule: you're only allowed to bleed one time per show. So either Eric Young or myself got it the hard way. The other one gigged. So that was a rule. We stood by that rule pretty well.
Well, that's good to know. That really helps us understand it a little bit better. So, you know,
I'm picking on TNA.
All right. Well, you know, we didn't know if we could blame Vince Russo here, have some fun cutting up on him, or just make fun of their terrible ideas. But makes sense. Glad you clarified it. Let's go to this match because, buddy, this is not at all what we hoped for the first time with Kurt and Sting in a ring. It goes 2 minutes, 47 seconds. We're going to check out as we get to the end of this whole 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Let's take a look.
Here at the Impact Zone, and I don't think Sting quite realized what he was up against here with the Olympic gold medalist who's really opened it up and turned it loose, but I think Sting right there may have been playing a little bit of possum.
Oh, absolutely.
He drew Angle out to the arena floor and then sends him right into the guardrail and now over the safety rail and into the crowd.
I thought he was disoriented. I like the way Sting played that. I thought he was disoriented, and he just suckered Kurt Angle right into it. Kurt Angle got too close, got the leg, and now look at it. He's setting up the runway there, straight into the wall, but Angle reverses it.
Oh, just overpowered him and shot Sting back first right into the wall. Again, keep in mind, the winner of this matchup gets the world's title shot against Christian Cage. And just as I was going to say his name, he comes running right by the broadcast table along with the other members of Team Cage. There's Tomko, AJ Styles, and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. And the referee has called for the bell. I can't believe it. They've thrown this match out already.
Well, you see Angle just take a vicious shot against the steps. This is disgusting. The crowd didn't deserve this. Here they're getting to see a dream match. A match that people talked about for years and years. And Team Cage comes in and blows it just because he can't stand. I think he's just trying to cost both these guys a title shot. Oh, Team Cage, disgusting. Reminds me of what he did to Abyss last week.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly what their game plan is. As Tomko and Styles have beaten the hell out of Kurt Angle, you see that Sting's being neutralized by that Steiner incliner. My God, chair shot right into the face, right into the head of Kurt Angle. And keep in mind, Kurt Angle has had a broken neck in the past.
Think of the broken neck and all the injuries that he's had, and you can see they busted him open on the head. And again, you see Christian Cage with that chair, and it reminds you of him handing the chair to every member of Team Cage last week on Abyss. And I hope they don't do the same thing.
God, not another one.
Angle, but they are.
Chair shot after chair shot by the world's champion to the unprotected back and neck of the Olympic gold medalist. Oh, it's pretty obvious. Christian Cage fears defending the title against Angle, and there's a DDT right on the steel chair. Oh, I'm having flashbacks from last week with that total destruction of Abyss. Christian Cage and company have left their mark again.
You can see Scott Steiner now makes his way to the ring as Sting enters the ring. He's got a chair, and he clears house, and it's obvious Team Cage succeeded in what they intended on doing, and that was taking Kurt Angle out of sacrifice here coming up.
Well, this is the last thing we expected when we knew that it was going to be, Sting against Kurt Angle to determine who gets the title shot against Christian Cage. Who ever expected that we would see Sting coming to the aid, coming to the rescue of his fallen opponent, Kurt Angle. Referee had to throw it out. A double disqualification. You can hear what Sting just said. We need somebody out here. We need some help for Kurt Angle.
Well, Kurt, you just said somebody got it hard way. It looks like you could have been the one that got it hard way here.
I think I was the one.
Whoa. So just for those that couldn't see it and they listened to this only, it was Christian Cage's whole team came out. Christian, Scott Steiner, Tom Coe, AJ Styles. They interrupt this, what is supposed to be a dream match of Kurt Angle and Sting. 2 minutes, 47 seconds. They bloody you up, give you chair shots, DDTs. You're taken out on a stretcher. And my goodness, Kurt, it's just a waste of a match that could have been, a huge buy rate. I mean, I know it advances the story, but thoughts?
Well, that's all it did. And I think the reason they had to do this was because they were trying to hotshot this match very quickly, the triple threat match between Christian, Sting, and myself. And they didn't have a lot of time to do it. And they had to make it a triple threat. So everybody had to be against each other. And so they wanted to get the match with Sting and I. But I do want to say in defense of TNA that we didn't have a finish. And that was good, because if we would have had a finish, then Kurt Angle versus Sting for the first time would have been tainted. It is still tainted, but at the same time, there was no finish. So the next time I wrestled Sting, there would be a finish eventually.
So since you and Sting did not have a finish here, Christian cuts a promo and says, well, since nobody won, he'll defend against either Shark Boy or Sanjay Dutt. But Jim Cornette tells Don West to tell Christian that he'll have to defend it against Sting. When? Later that night. Kurt, is this just silly? I mean, we're packing everything here into this Impact.
Well, we didn't have any choice. I mean, the pay-per-view was coming up. We had very little time to run this storyline, and this was the best way we could do it. And I really did not like what Christian said about Sanjay Dutt and Shark Boy. These guys are pro wrestlers. They're in TNA. I know that Christian was told to say it. I know it wasn't his fault. The writers came up with that. But you don't talk about like those two guys like they're two little fish that don't mean anything. That's
a great point.
A little offensive. I really didn't like that. I don't like anybody talking badly about any type of professional wrestler that's on the roster.
Yeah, kind of talking down about like their talent, ability, and skill. I get you. And so listen, we have the clip of it at the very end of the show, everything that breaks loose. Sting and Christian ends when you come running out, you attack Christian for the DQ, and Sting gets hot at you, buddy, and he hits you with the baseball bat. And again, this is all on the same freaking show. There's just storylines happening at a rapid pace here. And so let's check out that clip.
Sting digging down deep, and wait a minute, here comes Kurt Angle, and he's ripping the neck brace right off. We understood that he suffered a concussion earlier after that brutal beating at the hands of Christian Cage and company, and here comes Angle, and oh no, senior official Rudy Charles has thrown it out. The referee has just disqualified Sting, and Sting has just realized that Angle has cost him the World Heavyweight Championship. There's the Olympic slam.
Kurt Angle not even realizing what he's done to Sting. All he can think about is exacting revenge on the man that took him out of a title shot earlier tonight.
Oh, Angle picks up Sting's baseball bat. Team Cage pulls Christian to safety.
He just drilled him with the bat. Oh, the frustration, too much for Sting.
There it is. He drills you with the bat. Is this just too much overbooking for one show? Can we admit that?
Yeah, it is, but we really didn't have time. We had to shotgun this program.
They were.
I mean, literally, it was the pay-per-view was the next week, so we had to get this over and done. There was just no other way around it.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.